Golf Online Academy in association with astounding.com.
Hiya Craig, lovely to meet you again at the range the other day and do some work on your swing. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. You were talking yesterday about feeling that the club was rolling behind you once again. That's an old problem that you've had in previous sessions. To be fair, it maybe feels like it's excessive, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Setup's looking good. A little bit more weight on the left, as we can see here from face on, which is always nice. Both centres forward. Now we talked about the change you would make with driver, rather than having both centres on top of one another like you see here with your iron. What you would do is you would keep the upper centre in the position it would normally be in and just slide the hips forward a touch to create a little bit more side tilt, allowing us to bring the club out of its descent and create a better launch angle when hitting a driver. So hips a little bit further forward at setup with driver, but setup I'm relatively happy with. On the way back, what happens now is the club tends to roll underplane a little bit, and we talked about one of the things that's going to cause that to happen. During the backswing, accumulator 3, the back of the left hand should load and should be constantly loading, and as accumulator 3 is loading, so as the back of the left hand is rotating, then accumulator 2, which is the hinging of the wrist, so accumulator 2 should be loading to offset the loading of accumulator 3. So what we've done here is we've placed a tube behind the golf ball, about 1.5 feet behind, which is going to encourage you to start the club's ascent sooner, and one of the ways you do that is by hinging the wrists a little bit sooner. And if we take a little look at the effect this has, so again, plane line on. All we're trying to do here is miss the tube that's about 1.5 feet behind the golf ball. And you can see there now that the club rolls under plane a little bit less as the wrist starts to hinge and the right arm starts to fold a little bit sooner, producing a really nice backswing position. And if you notice that because the wrists are loading more or loading sooner, the club gets to parallel sooner, so there's less of a need to lift the arms off the rib cage to complete the swing. So you can see they're much more compact, on plane looking backswing. Now as you start down from face on, the weight can move forward. Accumulator 1 and 2 don't unload as quick, and we get a little bit more shaft lean with the weight and the handle forward at impact. Accumulator 1 already run out there completely. A little bit of angle left in it. Handle not as high coming into the golf ball, as the right arm is not quite as straight. So both arms on the top left footage have straightened out at impact, whereas on the bottom left footage there's still a bit of flex left in that right elbow. As a result, the rate of closure on the club face is not as excessive, and the arms don't separate from the rib cage as much in the through swing. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in a few weeks' time.